Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Buffalo SportsCenter. I am Don, and today we are going to discuss some of the biggest headlines following the Buffalo Bills during their first week of training camp. It's already started. It started on the 26th, actually, and even though there's only been a couple of days so far, there's been plenty of headlines being written so far about how this Bills team may shape up going into the very pressurized 2023 season for them. But before I get to that, make sure to hit that like button and to subscribe. Follow us on Instagram as well for more daily uploads and daily content about the Bills training camp and who's doing what there. And of course, join our Discord. All three of those links are down in the description down below. All of these joining up will help the algorithms on each of these platforms, so please help support us. Anyways, let's get it going with training camp headlines, and let's kick it off by talking about tight end Dalton Kincaid and how fast he's already getting acclimated to this Bills offense. It was only in April that the Bills drafted him in the first round at pick 26, trading up and jumping over the Dallas Cowboys. The Bills, I think, with Kincaid had high hopes. A lot of people as well have had high hopes for him, comparing him to the Bills version of Travis Kelce. Well, so far in training camp, he has looked exactly like that. He is getting a lot of receptions so far, a lot of targets from quarterback Josh Allen. Their rapport is building early, which is good for Bills fans because maybe we see another dynamic connection for Josh Allen to have, another good weapon outside of Stephon Diggs, Dawson Knox, and Gabe Davis. Adding Kincaid to that fold would make, of course, the Bills a better team. And with his off-script plays, like what we saw in day 2, where he beat out Taylor Rapp going deep down the middle and caught a huge reception, and he's also been lining up on the boundary, his versatility, plus his explosiveness, plus his IQ, can give the Bills another very smart weapon here on offense, and that is very exciting. And I will include in this little segment here a little bit about offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey. You mentioned how Kincaid has been going off script. Dorsey has actually been encouraging players to do that now, to go off script, to do something that's a little more creative, especially after last season where we didn't see too much of that. So maybe Dorsey gets more comfortable with some more elaborate play calling this upcoming season. And hopefully, of course, he utilizes Dalton Kincaid in that escapade. Let's keep on going now, folks, and talk about Dane Jackson and how so far he's been starting over Khalil Shakir for the opposite starting quarterback position besides Tre'Davious White. So Tre'Davious White, he's got the left side. Everyone else is trying to battle for that starting right spot. And in the mix there, of course, is Khalil Shakir, Dane Jackson, and Christian Benford. But so far, it looks like former 7th-round pick Dane Jackson has the early edge, which may frustrate some Bills fans. Because while Dane Jackson is a very good tackler, and he seems like to be a great guy, he just has not been great in coverage, especially during the latter part of this past season. In the Thanksgiving game, he got lit up against the Vikings. He got lit up in the divisional game. Yeah, it's been so long. The divisional game against the Cincinnati Bengals, he also got lit up. So he's been getting lit up consistently now, but that hasn't deterred or stopped Sean McDermott, the new guy at the helm for the defense, from putting him opposite Tre'Davious White. And it's actually pretty surprising to me personally. This is about to get into the opinion part, so flash the little opinion thing on the screen there, folks, or in your brain or something. I think Khalil Shakir actually had a strong rookie season. I wish the Bills had given him more snaps as well as a bunch of other rookies on the team, but they played it slow last season. I'm beginning to wonder why we don't give Elam more opportunities. What is the coaching staff seeing that we aren't as fans? There's got to be something right now to tell them that they really need to take things slow with Elam. And I get it. He was projected to be a project quarterback, and he had flashes of brilliance, especially that interception against the Chiefs early in the 2022 season. But at what point does it start to finally give and we go, okay, what's going on, guys? Why isn't Elam starting? Why is Dane Jackson, who, to be fair, is not a top-tier cornerback, he's not even, I think he is a below-average starting cornerback in the NFL. Why is he starting over a first-round pick? Those are the types of questions I think may need to be asked very soon if things don't change here. Let's keep on going now, folks, and talk about a huge surprise so far during training camp, and that is defensive end Shane Ray, who the Bills picked up as a very low-key free agent signing. He was drafted in the first round by the Denver Broncos. He busted there after only a season and a half. Then he went to the Toronto Argonauts in the CFL for 2 seasons where he was good. He was good enough to the point that the Bills gave him another shot in the NFL. And so far, he has not let them have a second thought about that. He's been very good so far during training camp. He's been pretty good in the rotation behind Von Miller. It's currently Shane Ray, Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, Shaq Lawson, all battling it out at the right defensive end position. And right now, Shane Ray, he's not lying down and just taking it or accepting that he's just a practice squatter. No, he is working his butt off to become a actual roster player, which is very commendable. And if he does turn into a roster player, that's a huge, good coup for the Buffalo Bills. So we'll see how Shane Ray continues to do so far in training camp. Let's keep going on now and talk about Khalil Shakir, the second-year man, wide receiver that a lot of Bills fans really liked, especially after last season where it seemed like this kid almost caught everything thrown to him. And you know what? He's also caught everything thrown to him so far during training camp. He has been, like Kincaid, another really reliable target for Josh Allen in the first couple of days here. And he's catching everything. He's doing really good, and he's setting a pretty distinct boundary between him, who I think should be on the roster, and maybe other fringe roster bubble players, such as Keyshawn Johnson and others. So Khalil Shakir having a very, very strong start to his training camp. Let's keep on going now and talk a little bit about Ryan Bates. This is the final big headline for all of you today, and I think this is pretty interesting. Like Dane Jackson versus Khair Elam, you have the veteran Ryan Bates at the starting left guard position, and nibbing right behind him there, looking for a starting spot of his own, is O'Cyrus Torrence, the Bills' recent second-round draft pick out of Florida. Right now, Ryan Bates does have the early advantage, which is expected because Torrence was just drafted into the NFL. But it does seem like Torrence has a lot of potential. He has been rotating here and there in for Bates at that starting left guard position. So this is another huge training camp battle to take note of. But so far, Ryan Bates, early advantage over O'Cyrus Torrence. So folks, what other headlines do you think should be talked about? What else is happening around the Buffalo Bills that you think is intriguing? Let me know in the comment section down below. I was Don. This is Buffalo SportsCenter. Make sure to hit that like button and check out the video right next to me. Anyways, folks, like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Join the Discord. Anyways, I'll see all of you in the next video. Peace out.